Are you standing up or sitting down?
Okay, this is a new video. I haven't made a video in a long time, and this video will be showcasing some of the updates to the INFINIVERSE. Okay, so let's see. Somebody bought some property from me. I can bring it up on the screen. Okay, so Mariposa, yeah, she bought some property here. I'm trying to figure out, where was it? Anyway, so let's get started here. So this is the home area, if you haven't seen any of my previous videos of the INFINIVERSE. And so they've made updates where the visualization is of Central City. So this is this is a central point of INFINIVERSE. At one time, it was the most important place in INFINIVERSE. I don't consider it the most important place in INFINIVERSE because the game has updated, and we have all of the people who have bought land plots. Many of us have worked really hard to make a contribution to the community of communities in here. Okay, so let me go to the discovery menu and start in my area. Okay, let me get rid of these notifications right quick. Let me look at these streets right here 1 second. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is called the discovery menu, and this thing is really great. When many of us first started in the INFINIVERSE, none of this existed, and people had to make their own maps, and it was really hectic. This is a lifesaver here. So let me see if I can find where I want to go. We'll start in my Hex Crypto Valley area. Okay. So this is my crypto area. I call it Hex Crypto Valley. And boom. So I'm flying in the jetpacks. These jetpacks were also part of an update that happened in the past. And this allows a person to actually see, their area. It's a lot easier than teleporting around on foot or whatever supports our avatars. Okay, so this is a hub scraper. This is used, I guess, as a main identifier. It's not cheap, $500 for one of these. Okay, so this area is what I call Hex Crypto Valley. So it extends, I guess, from here all the way to probably this street straight down here where I'm pointing to. And I own this plot So I guess technically you could say no. I don't consider this area anything. So I guess it's in between my crypto area and Billionaires Row. Okay, so I own this plot of land and I'm just starting to develop it. I haven't decided exactly fully what I'm going to do with it, but it's sitting there. So I've already jacked up one building, so that's a sign right there that that something's happening. I guess in my subconscious, guiding me to start doing something with it. Okay, so this is Billionaires Row. So Billionaires Row is modeled, or not modeled, but inspired by the Billionaires Row in New York. And so my goal is to make these buildings as tall as I can. My goal is to make these buildings, some of the tallest in INFINIVERSE. This isn't cheap. The moment that you start going vertical in the INFINIVERSE, prices go up high. Every 10 floors you have to update, and that's spending money. And once you start getting to 50 stories, you're spending hundreds of dollars. And if you get to 100 stories, you're talking not hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. It's easy to all of a sudden have spent $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, even $10,000 on jacking buildings up in here. So there is so height comes at a premium in the INFINIVERSE. Okay, so I own that lake, and so this is my attempt to I guess you can say add residential opulence to my area, because the crypto area by in and of itself didn't look very good. So this is something that would attract people in who were interested in views and how things looked and stuff like that. So I call this portion of Billionaires Row Village Around the Lake. And the reason why I call it Village Around the Lake is that these skins that are used, in other words, the coverings, is part of the Village skin series. So basically this is me all around the lake. None of this existed when I made my last video. See, the jetpack allows a person to, really get a sense of where they are. It's not much for speed though. Top speed is 26 miles per hour. I don't know why we can't have maybe 150 miles per hour. I would want to see something like that. Okay, so my village on the lake, residential development, if I can call it that, goes around this main lake and also touches upon a second lake over there. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to integrate these structures into the mountains and also into the water areas. Because the best we can do is make our little man-made constructions, and you can see currently right now it's not that good. I guess as this place constantly updates, the water that we can purchase and control will look better than this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is kind of land her on the ground. Now we're on foot or on teleport. So we now have day-night cycles in here. So when I came in here, it was always daylight all the time, and it was strange because it gave you this sense that you were almost in daylight all the time. I mean, I've been in here and fallen asleep with the headset on my head as I was looking for something to buy or dealing with something in here. But now I think every 30 minutes we get daylight and then nighttime. And I always wondered, I say, how in the world would the people in here come up with, daylight and nighttime cycles if people lived all over the world, And so I think this is really a good way to do it. Okay, so this is, all, village around the lake. I mean, for me, it's it plays in my fantasy of being a wealthy, wealthy upper class land holder, of owning properties, that the very rich would be interested in. That's I guess I'm fantasizing here, people, because I'm not that. But this gives me that fantasy. However, if this place were to succeed and digital real estate had an economic use, it wouldn't surprise me if real estate in here becomes as valuable as physical real estate for a lot of reasons, because you're not limited by space. You have potentially global interactivity, and you have economic potentiality enhanced and amplified by a computerized global network of entrepreneurs and business people and minds from all over the world. So I see that as a potential. However, don't risk your house or nothing trying to come in here, because I said I see it as a potential. And also, don't come at my channel saying that I told you that everything, this is the future and all this sort of thing. I'm just saying that I see potential. That's why I'm here. Okay. Oh, also, this is not financial advice. Matter of fact, this is not any kind of advice. I'm just kind of showing you, what I've done. Let's see. It's actually faster to run. I'm trying to figure out where I want to go now. Okay, so I'll show another residential area, because at first I wasn't really interested in creating, what I would call residential areas. When I say residential area, I'm saying that, or from my point of view, places that are designed to look a certain kind of way to attract people. Because in here, you're dealing with, you have the ability to connect any of these structures to any place inside the INFINIVERSE and to any place outside of it. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I see great potential here. That it's really a 3D internet experience, if you will. Okay, so let's see. Where do I want to go? Go back. Well, oh yeah. So this is the first residential area I created. And it all came about as soon as the jetpacks came online in here. And I was flying around. Because in the beginning, all of this was all flat. It was a flat area, and I would just traverse, sometimes all night I would traverse from one end of the INFINIVERSE to the other looking for penthouses and apartments to buy. This is before they set up this whole thing where we could buy land plots. Okay, so let's see. Buckle up, everybody. Jetpack time. So this is the highest mountain peak, if you want to call it a mountain peak, of this area. And so it allows for a 360-degree view of all of these other areas around it. And so, and I spaced everything out so that anybody who were to buy a penthouse or an apartment would have a pretty good chance of having some kind of view. Because people in here will know what I'm talking about. People who are in the INFINIVERSE will know what I'm talking about. People in here have oftentimes come late to the party, and they found all the best views bought. And in some cases, they were given the bookend or something, or the bread, and the end of Wonder Bread or a loaf of bread. The end, that's not good. And you have no view. You're at the top of the hill, and all you get is another building in front of you, and you see nothing. Well, I've tried to fix it so that doesn't happen in here. So this is my first attempt to build something on a lake, right? So that people will get a bird's eye view. Oh, that's the wrong word to use. Scratch that. We'll have a good view of the lake, the grass, the city beyond, and all of that. So I could put more structures in here, but I'm careful. I don't want to block any one area out. And my primary concern, once again, is this structure here. That my intent eventually is to jack it up even further. But as you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 structures, and jacking them up is going to cost a pretty penny to really, jack them up to the heights I would like to have them be. Now, somebody put this statue over there, and I don't even know what the heck that is. So I have to ask somebody in the INFINIVERSE, what is that statue? So I flew over it and actually flew up under the blanket, and it doesn't show anything. So I have to wait and find out exactly what that statue is all about. So I guess you can say I call my real estate company here Hex Home Property, right? but this was my first structure, and actually there were a number of people in here. This was the first time people in the INFINIVERSE started really coming into areas I created. Now that's when I realized, I said, well, why not just create more places that would appeal to the eye? I know a person here told me that in real life there's no way that these windmills could be here, and but I have them here. At first they didn't move, and they kind of add a kind of liveliness to the area. I would like to get to a point where we have better things to put. Like, this isn't bad, but I would like to have more than a bear. But I picked it because they had the kind of trees I needed. And there's another hub scraper right there. So when I first came in here, I said, wow, this thing would have a perfect view. So I started to work immediately once I paid $1,000 for the land. Let me stop. Yeah, that's what I paid for it. Once I paid $1,000 for this plot of land, I said, this is perfect. It's like no other place. And for a long time, it was probably had the best view of any place in the INFINIVERSE. And it's probably number 3 to my knowledge now, or 2. Okay. And then all of a sudden, this is put here by a developer. I said, how could she do this? How could she ruin this perfect view I had? Because this thing reminds me of the Monolith in 2001. I want to play the theme song for it every time I see it. This is terrible. But you have to live with those things. So anyway, this is my first housing development. And as you can tell, it's starting to get dark now. So what I'm going to do is teleport or go to the discovery menu and head someplace else. So let's see. Yeah, this is a lifesaver right here. This will sell this place. No one would come in here the way we had to come in here. I mean, the graphics, the buildings will look less cartoony than they do even now. You know, I don't think I don't think this place would get off the ground if they hadn't put the discovery menu in here, because it was a lot of trouble to find things. People were making their own maps. That's how bad it was. Let's see. Okay, so where's 17 at? Quick journey through Women's World, if I can find it. Oh, here we go. See what I mean? Look at that. Wow, boom. Okay, so we're in Women's World, and we're in my little piece of it. This is owned by Sherry Holmes, and she has vast holdings in the INFINIVERSE, probably double what I have in terms of land plots. So here you can tell this is me. Okay, so this building right here, oops, is what I call Hex Building 1. And it is the tallest building in Women's World, and I think the second tallest building owned by a single person, or largely by a single person. So somebody bought an apartment right there, and Sherry had an apartment about 5 floors down from the penthouse. Okay, so let's see. And so here's a little business store talking about hacks and everything associated with it, or how a person can actually, you know, link to the site and, you know, join the Hex community. Okay, so let's see. So they have all kind of potential in Women's World. I mean, there's few areas, I think maybe the Alliance District, that has more business opportunity. You got all these stores here, and other people are in here with their stores, and I consider her, Sherry Holmes, is the Oprah Winfrey of the INFINIVERSE. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna hit my island. Oops. So what I did was I actually bought a piece of land in the middle of nowhere in the INFINIVERSE and made it my own island. So we'll zip there right quick. Okay, let's hop in the jetpack right quick. So I can show you the island. So you can see it's getting dark already. So this place is really way out. And I didn't realize I came so far out here until I looked at the map. I knew I was way out, but I didn't realize how far away from everything I was. So you can see right there, look at all these. Look at this. All around here, all back there. See, look, there's nobody. If there was somebody here, they would show up. There's nothing here. So I'm still, you know, trying to decide exactly what the ultimately this place is going to look like. But everything is ever changing So if we're given more tools to work with, I'll make changes accordingly. The key thing was I have it, it's in the place where I want it to be, and when the tools become available, I'll make changes accordingly. Okay, so now, oops, get out of this thing. Once again, this is another structure that I'm designating as something I'm going to try to pump to the heavens. Let's see. There are already people coming in. I'm surprised because at first I wasn't intending on selling any part of it. I was just gonna make it my own little private thing, and all of a sudden I realized that, wait a minute, no, I won't do that. I would have done that though if the INFINIVERSE software would have allowed me to build a single structure, But once you pick, a plot, and you pick and you decide on which type of structures you want to build on it, you're not given just the option just to build on one plot. You have to build a whole bunch of, at least a series of things that they give you. So that's why I went on and said, well, the heck with it. It won't be exclusively me. I'll just go on and just, put it on the market. Okay, let's head to the penthouse. Okay. So I'm still working on this place, and I've been messing around with AI phone apps, and basically they've come up with some interesting designs for Bitcoin. Look at that. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Okay, so this floor was basically just a photo taken from a website's advertisement of a white hardwood floor, and I just simply cropped it, made sure it would fit in here, and that's what you see. You can see how the planks are big, but it looks like a floor is down, and this carpet is just a crypto design. I think I told the type into the app something about gold, silver, crypto design, and boom, it did that. And I don't see that design there at all. This design right here, I might use as an emblem of my crypto and precious metals channel. I just simply said that crypto and precious metals, and it made that design. So at least it got the C right, huh? Pretty interesting design. This one right here, I wouldn't mind having a jury piece on this one. So I got this design by saying gold, silver, crypto, thinking it was going to show me, it was going to make for me a crypto Bitcoin coin and an American silver eagle or American gold eagle or something. So as you can see, it's pretty cool. It has the essence of Bitcoin. You see the connection points for the circuits. You see the B. No one's going to doubt. No one's going to, disassociate this with Bitcoin, because that B is really what makes makes it a symbol of Bitcoin. Okay, so what's the next step? Let's see. You know what? I think I'll end it here. Yeah, I think I'll end it here. Let me well, oh, yeah, I'll go back to the home location. As you can see, it's already getting dark. Oh yeah, one last thing. I will go to no, I will show you the building in here once it renders. This building here is the tallest building in INFINIVERSE. It's 321 stories tall, if I recall. And the developer has a price tag for his penthouse at $2,300 last time I checked. And my guess is people were making him offers and he don't want to go for it. And for $2,000, you could buy 2 plots of land. You know. And eventually somebody's building is going to catch this. You know, we have a few crypto bull runs. If we have another crypto bull run, you know, maybe somebody's building in here will actually catch or even surpass the height of this. So in order to make a building 321 stories tall here, if I had to make a guess, I would say the price tag in INFINIVERSE is between probably $25,000 and $50,000. I kid you not. That's how much it would cost to make. I'm guessing that's how much it would cost, because my building, every 10 floors, if I try to jack that building up 10 floors that I have, one you saw in Women's World, it would be about $1,200 to do that. Just 10 floors. Okay. So thanks for coming. Hopefully see you next time. Like and subscribe. Thank you.